Oh, good. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm Bill. And a couple of days ago, I happened to watch this documentary on dams and waterways. And I saw this segment on this dam that borders Paraguay and Brazil that blew me away. The scale, the size of it is absolutely incredible. It's the Itaipu Dam, probably not pronouncing that correctly. Here's a shot of it. This is all we're gonna look at though. I'm gonna try to find this in the simulator and see. We're probably gonna be disappointed. I'm anticipating being disappointed, but I want to see if we can find this. So we're up this reservoir north of the dam a little bit here in the whatever the hell, the vertigo thing. I wanted to fly this, and we're just gonna do a fun little flight and something completely ridiculous to find this dam, which is completely ridiculous. And because it's such a big, it's just so huge, I have a feeling that even if it doesn't show up in the simulator, it's going to be weird enough. It's that I want to see how Microsoft handles this. So we're gonna just do kind of a quick start on this guy and take off. As you can probably guess if you haven't seen this plane before, it's pretty quick. So wherever we're going to get there very quickly. Okay, so we're good in that. Still haven't figured out how they want you to start this thing, so we're just going to go with, like, there's no mixture, there's no condition lever, there's no ignition, because this was not designed to be a PT6. There it goes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it brings. I am not too. I know my expectations are very low, and either way I think it'll be interesting because, like I said, it's such a gigantic structure that they have to do something with it. So we might as well go check it out and take another tour of some gigantic engineering projects. We checked out both canals, which I thought was super fun. And this will be the next in which apparently they're all waterway related engineering projects. That looks like plenty of runway. That's plenty. We don't have any wind. It's a beautiful day here in Brazil. I know. Yeah. The airport identifier that's a great question. Let's see. SSGY. That's where we're starting. So it looked like on the map when I selected it that it's far enough away from the dam that we can get a nice little flight, but it's also shouldn't be too hard to find. But I also don't know if it's not going to be hard to find. It might be extremely difficult to find. I might get lost. This thing is so insane. But you're right, yeah. I mean, this is the exterior. Nothing has been modified visually on this plane, so yeah, PT6 would not really be behind there, but it definitely sounds good. All right, so you guys ready to go? All we need is 30% power, and this thing will take off. So let's get her going, and we're gonna want to head south. We're heading south. Okay. There's 30%. Oh shit. 30% power set. It's so ridiculous. It's pretty touchy on the rudders, as you might be able to tell. Yep, there she goes. Positive rate, gear up. Pop back. It's pretty cool plane. All right, which way are we heading? We're heading south, so we are already heading in the correct direction. Okay. Now, what good would be flying in this thing if we didn't have a little bit of fun? So we're gonna go up to a nice safe altitude. We're gonna go we're kind of closer. I don't know what the elevation is here, but I don't think we're 1,000 AGL. That's about 35 on the power. Oh, it sounds so good. Okay, we're gonna do a quick little squirt up here. Here we go. Full power climb. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Full power. And here we go. Okay, we're starting to decelerate. That's pretty fast. That's pretty fast. Oh man, this thing is so rad. Look at that. The reflections look really good. This is all on ultra, in case you're wondering. And now we just need to follow this river. And we'll do it at a little bit more than idle power. This is a very fun mod. Sweet. So this should take us straight to the dam. I broke the dam. I don't know if it'll spin. I don't know. I mean, most of the planes don't really spin super well. So I'm not sure. I did not test it. I have the power pulled back. Oh, okay, the torque is going pretty high, but I have the throttle at 50. That's under 50%. And we're doing 360 knots. Yikes. So all of this, like this river, was not this wide. So they had to relocate anybody that was living along the edge of the river. And then once we get a little bit closer, you'll see that this reservoir starts to get even bigger. And that's when a lot of people, a lot of families and wildlife were displaced and relocated, which was a massive pain in the ass. Oh yeah, we are making good time. I really like watching documentaries, and particularly engineering documentaries, shipbuilding, buildings, dams, canals, aircraft, obviously, cars. I just like the behind the scenes on how some of this stuff gets built, and I will keep saying this because I think it's such a great point, and will hopefully it makes sense to enough people that they'll explore in the simulator. But even if you're super into that kind of stuff, watching the documentary only shows a very specific viewpoints in like literally and figuratively, but it doesn't show you the full context of the area, what it actually looks like at a scale that you can appreciate. So when they're talking about how many millions of gallons of water gets flooded into this valley, you can tell how many families were displaced, how many species were relocated, all that kind of stuff. But until you actually are a couple thousand feet AGL and are looking at the area in this environment, it's hard to appreciate really the size and scale of some of this stuff. And I noticed that for sure in the like the Suez Canal video, going over, just seeing the scale of the ship, for one, when you're next to it in a little cub, but also the just the relative scale, size, location of all this stuff, what it actually looks like when you're really there. And yeah, Harvey, exactly. It's a deeper perspective of things that even a thorough documentary doesn't do. Like we're a good distance away from the dam, it looks like, and we're gonna get there quickly, but just mileage wise, we're a fair amount away, and there's no reason why a documentary crew is going to show you an aerial shot of it out here. But this is 60 miles away roughly from the dam, and you can see this is all flooded, and we're 60 miles away. Like, this backed up so far, and we're gonna get a real-time scale of how long it takes to run the length of kind of the more flooded areas, and I'm doing 350 knots over the ground. Like, we're hauling ass, and it's going to take an amount of time to traverse this reservoir. Look at the size of this. Look at all of that freaking water. So there were villages and towns and forests and all kinds of stuff in all these little valleys, and for sure in the main basin, they all had to get moved. It's pretty crazy. So I am already impressed by how cool this looks. Perspective of this dam project that you don't get in a documentary. But I'm still gonna be curious to see what it actually looks like. If it's, I have a feeling that it's not going to be custom, and it's gonna be, kind of the manually placed in there buildings. But yeah, it's a unique shape, so whatever they shove in there, it might be geographic data, it might be part of the terrain, and like the ortho scenery. Alright, we are freaking hauling ass straight level in this plane. Good God, that is really funny. Adoned. I don't think Adoned is in here anymore, so never mind. Yeah, this town, man, that's pucker factor right there. They had to probably double, triple, quadruple check the math to see the elevation of that town. Otherwise, you're getting wiped out potentially. That's crazy. It could also be a new town too. I mean, that could have been something that grew out that was smaller before the before the reservoir, and then all the displaced people moved to higher ground. We are on our way to the Itaipu, did I say that right? Dam. This is the Parana River on the border of Brazil and Paraguay. And it is the largest hydroelectric dam in the world. And I am very curious to see what it looks like on this. They got the Hoover Dam custom done, but I don't think we're gonna get this one. Yeah, this is insane how much this flooded. It's also interesting to see too all of the little, I don't know what you want to call these, little tributaries or little valleys that were flooded as well. It doesn't follow obviously, the natural flow of the river. So there's, over time, if this, given thousands and thousands of years, this would probably be worn into, and obviously, the dam, if the dam wasn't there, but, this would be flowing and erode out a river, and you wouldn't have these little inlets like you do here. And it is still a river, but it's flowing obviously much slower than it would naturally. But this is a big ass reservoir, my god. I wonder how disruptive it was for travel back and forth. I would imagine that the river was much narrower and probably bridges or little rafts maybe even in some of these more remote areas. But I think that this is probably the border, so crossing this may not be as much of a concern, but I haven't seen anything that resembles like a ferry or anything. Like look at these agricultural, like these crops that they're just using every amount of space that they can. That was probably a family that's been here for hundreds of years, and no, we're going to take your farm away. But you can move up to that hill and hope that soil works out for you. Or not, or you're screwed. Yeah, this is a big reservoir, man. Alright, we're getting close. I think I see where it is. I'm assuming that it is kind of where it looks like the river continues. It's got to be it. So there is an elevation change there. Let's see what we have for structures. We might be like super disappointed here. I'm still happy we did. Even if we are disappointed, I am still happy that we're doing this. Yeah, it's really interesting how much it actually filled in on these valleys. It goes pretty wide in places. Exons, thank you for following. Welcome. Yeah, that goes really far. That is wide. All right, we're getting close. And I think we're just gonna get just a really generic little weir looking thing. A really big weir. But a weir. It says there's an airport here too, pretty close. Might be like a little grass runway or something small next to the dam. I broke the dam. Oh yeah, there is an airport right there on the bank. Oh man, that's pretty crazy looking. That's all the dam right there. Wow. You can see the spillway. That is really crazy. You know,
hey, bird, whoa, buddy.
Flew on PE for the first time today. Did Cat one, so of course didn't actually talk to anyone, haha.
well done, C. Zemmer. Thank you so much for the subscription, and congrats, man. That is, cat ratings are so much fun. So, okay, from a dam perspective, like a building in the simulator, that's a little bit on the jank side.
Transition altitude near altimeter.
Thank you, ForeFlight. That is really cool. I am. That's way better than I thought it was going to be. And that's not.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Wow.
Climbing through transition altitude.
That is really cool. Right? I mean, that's not bad. I mean, at certain angles, it kind of janks out a little bit, but overall, man, that is pretty solid. Damn. That's really cool. Right? Am I the only one that thinks this is cool? Because that is really cool. I am really happy that is not a janky blob. I mean, it's a janky blob,
Sync
but
rate.
it's...
Sync rate.
ForeFlight, you are done. No, you're not done, because I kind of need you. Yeah, I think that looks really cool. I mean, it at least gives you, like... Yeah, from that angle, that looks kind of janky. But it gives you a really good feel for, one, the relative location of it, but also, like, the size. The length of it. It's crazy big. That's really cool. I'm glad we did this. I want to see. Well, can you land on it? Yeah, let's go check it out. Because I do kind of want to see what it looks like up close. Like what the verticality looks like. It might not be much, but that's really cool. I had no idea this thing existed. This is the Itaipu Dam. Did I say that right? It's on the border of Paraguay and Brazil. Alright, let's whip a nice little steep turn here. Yeah,
Sync rate. Sync rate.
this does not look bad. Like the surrounding area, I mean, that looks super janky up close, but damn. Like that's
500.
That's huge. Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for allowing me to share it. It's nice to know that you guys will geek out with me on some of this stuff. That's a disconcerting view. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just land on that like it's dirt. Whoa. Yeah, I think you can land on that pretty easily. But dude, look at the size of this thing horizontally. My God, that's crazy. Yeah, this is cool. Look up some stuff on this dam. If you guys are YouTubing it later, check out some document. Yes, I know. Thank you. Check out some stuff on this dam because it is pretty cool. The stuff that they had to do to make this thing work. But like the spillway, I didn't realize how far away from the actual dam the spillway was. But that's super cool. It's a little jank right there. It's a little bit janky, but that was super worth checking out. And now we are on a modified left base for whatever airport this is. Let's see if I can put this thing down. Without stalling it. Coming in hot. This is kind of a cool airport too. I think I haven't really landed this thing more than a couple of times. It's a little sensitive. Whoa, crap. Whoa, crap. Oh, crap. Whoa, floaty. Center line. Sweet, okay. So that was awesome. I was honestly not expecting that to be that cool. That was way cooler than I thought it was going to be. And this plane is a freaking lot of fun. It's way too powerful. Alright. That's awesome. Thank you guys. This was fun. This was much needed and super fun.